it away.
All right, Bandits in their white uniforms, the Bombers in their home black that we've grown accustomed to this season with the Amarillo National Bank logo across the front. These two teams have played once already this season. It was a 13-4 Bombers victory. It really didn't have a whole lot of problems in that match. They blew open a close game with a strong third quarter. Really were never headed the rest of the way. That was back on January 21st as the Bombers won that one 13-4. And we've seen this team just really get better and better as the season has gone on. Here's Fredo Chavez. On the far side, he had a hat trick in that first game for the Bombers against Kansas, hoping to duplicate that here today. The Bandits have plenty of different players in their lineup than what we saw in the first meeting. As that foul is whistled on the Bandits as Miguel Reyes went down. So Amarillo with a kick from the top of the arc. Vitor will come to the left side. Teams were not set though. Kevin Alvidrez has been a strong offensive force for the Bombers. He's just to the left of Vitor, but Petriani says, "I'll do it myself," but he's just a little wide on that attempt. Well, if you know anything about the Amarillo Bombers in past years, you know that Vitor Petriani can score with the best of them. In fact, he has been among the league leaders in past years. Not this year. In case you don't know, he got married earlier this year and lives in McKinney now. So he's not able to be at all the Bombers games, but definitely good to have him here today because he's obviously one of the fan favorites, and he's a great one. Alvidrez now will kick it from the left just outside the arc. Goes to Vitor. Almost whiffed on that, though. Didn't get a clean strike of the ball. And the Bandits quickly back the other way. We've got a bunch of De La Torres on the roster for these Kansas Bandits, so we'll try to differentiate between all of those. Antonio, the leading scorer on this Bandits team with 8 goals. But how many, Phil? 4 in total today?
That's it. 4 brothers today.
Taking some shots, but missing so far, and that one goes way high and out of play.
Yeah, Bandits coming off a 12-7 win at New Mexico back on February 11th, and one of their stars of the game, Murshad Ahmadi from Afghanistan, had 3 goals in that, and Tamagotchi Ryota had 5 goals. Neither one of those two are suited up today.
Free kick here for the Bandits as they missed that one high. So both teams with a couple of early opportunities. But we're still scoreless as we played just a little over 2 minutes of this first quarter of play. 4 15-minute quarters. Here's Fredo Chavez all the way down in the offensive end. Bandits not able to take advantage of that as the Bombers are able to hold it in long enough for Fredo to retreat.
Kevin Machado was back there to help him out if he needed the help. He'll bring it up ahead, and here come the Bombers on the attack with Jorge Gonzalez.
And now for the Bombers is Chase Withrow. Conrad Goldborn, another regular for the Bombers that is not in attendance here today. They're also missing Julio Molina, who adds a lot of speed and scoring when he's in the lineup. But again, as we've said, this Bombers team has really spread around the scoring this year, and they have had a bunch of players have big offensive seasons.
Well, held to the lowest goal output of the year last week against Wichita on the road, 7-5. They lost that one, and 22 shots by both teams. That is hard to believe from both of those two squads.
Well, and such a difference from the previous Bombers game here at home when they scored 21 goals in a 21-12 victory.
Shot attempt that time by Rodrigo de la Cruz. Cleared away by Fredo.
Oh, and a near miss by Jorge Gonzalez for the Bombers. He just couldn't quite find it on that quick pass down the field from Fredo Chavez. Miguel Reyes in the midfield. Can't control it. Rodrigo de la Cruz came away with it momentarily. Now the Bombers back the other way. Can't get the shot away. Finally, that one is shot just wide off the foot of Gonzalez. Nice defense by the Bandits on that possession. Good job by, I will let you say his name first, Phil, number 9.
All right, here we go. Akalade Gubai Dago. I think we'll just call him AG.
I like that, actually. I'm all for that. So that's who we'll be talking about when we call him AG. Gubadebo, is that was I close?
Yeah.
Gubai
Dago.
Gubai Debo.
Yeah. That's at least what the coach told me.
Made a nice defensive play there a moment ago on the down as the Bombers had possession. That one deflected by Valenzuela. And so far, the Bandits putting some nice pressure on the Bombers with their offensive possessions, but have come away empty so far. Vidres drops it down the board. Jaime Carrillo is in now for the Bombers. He wears number 99. And a standout for Paladuro High School here in Amarillo.
How many goals? Oh, whoa.
And Fredo.
Yep.
Wow, that cost him there as Isaias De La Torre from just past midfield got it just high enough to get it in the goal, and the Bombers trail 1-0 here with 9:43 to play in this opening quarter.
Well, the head coach comes up with one. That's another thing that sometimes you'll get burned the way that Fredo plays the game.
I've seen it. We've seen it a couple of times, but for the most part, Fredo and the Bombers do that awfully well, where he comes up and distributes from midfield or further in. But that time, got caught. Vitor drops it for Valenzuela to the left side. He'll work back right. Looking for an opening against the Bandits defenders. Vetriani unable to do anything with it. Withrow battles for it. Vitor holds it in. Here's Carrillo for the Bombers. He gives up size, but he makes up for it in quickness.
How many goals did he have Friday against Caprock?
Only had one because it was a 1-0 game. That was the only goal of the match.
It must have been a dandy little soccer match there at Dick Bivens Stadium.
Tell you what, Caprock held their own against Paladuro. That was a good one.
Might mention that New Mexico runner player coach Steve Familetti scored a goal last week. 57 years old, the oldest in M2 soccer history to score a goal. 2 weeks ago, we had a 14 or 15-year-old score and an 18-year-old score for the Bombers. Sam Webb and Jaime Carrillo.
That's from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Add them together, and they're still less age than the head coach.
Here's Chavez up inside the 10-yard line. Valenzuela looking, shooting, deflected. Carrillo with the header, and Reyes was in position but couldn't get it past the goalkeeper, Freddie Pena, for the Bandits.
Good stop for Pena right there. Bandits, again, I think if I remember when they played initially here a few weeks ago, Bandits had a lead on them in that first period of action, I believe.
Yeah, and I think that was the game, if I look back correctly, that the Bombers had to score 6. They scored 6 goals in the third quarter, and that really broke the game open. But until that point, it was a very good match. Carrillo with the header, but it goes out of play with 7:31 to go in this first quarter, and that will bring us to a timeout on the field. Good one so far, but it's the visiting Kansas Bandits with the early lead, 1-0 over the Amarillo Bombers.
In the Midwest Division, the Bombers lead it at 6-2, 18 points, followed by the Wichita Wings at 5-2 with 15 points. Third place, the Mexico Runners at 3-4 with 9 points. The Kansas Bandits are 2-4 with a total of 6 points. And Colorado Inferno defeated the New Mexico Runners today at home by a score of 13-8. They're 1-5, and they scored their first 2 points of the season. And guess what? Another historic moment. Nikki Reidenhauer is the new coach of the Colorado Inferno. And I said, well, what's a big deal on that? Nikki Reidenhauer is the first female coach in M2 soccer history and the first one to get a victory. So congratulations to her in the Inferno. In fact, the Inferno will be here on, they've already been here, but on March 25th, the Bombers will be up there at Colorado Springs taking on the Inferno.
Very interesting. Boy, a lot of things historic happening in M2. It's been a fun season. We've had some great teams. We've seen some here in Amarillo, and of course the Bombers in particular have been able to grab first place in the Midwest Division, hoping to secure a playoff berth and get into the postseason, which they missed out on last season.
They did, just by a little bit. By the way, the Iowa Demon Hawks, who lead the North Division with 18 points, and the Chihuahua Savage 2, 18 points, lead the West Division. So the Bombers, as we said earlier, with a victory today, will secure 21 points and lead the entire M2 soccer league. And that's a lot of credit to not only head coach Chad Webb and his staff, but also to these players. They are an experienced bunch, and they're used to playing with each other, even though you have some come in, some come out. You got an experienced bunch out there that knows how to play this game.
And they have been fun to watch, for sure, all season long. That one deflected up into the stands. I believe it was Rich Herrera who knocked that one out.
7:24 to go here in the first period. Bandits lead at 1-0 on a 9:43 goal, way outside by Isaiah De La Torre, the head coach.
That one off the Bombers' wall from the top of the arc.
Another guy out there, number 24, Chase Withrow. We haven't seen him for a while, but he's the big guy in the middle, and he's now taking a charge.
Kind of taking that spot Conrad Goldborn usually holds down right there in front of the goalkeeper of the opposition to distribute that ball, work to get position down low. Conrad a little bigger maybe than Chase, but Withrow will get his opportunity today. Chavez way into the offensive zone. Give and go that time. Bombers couldn't connect.
Thankfully, Chavez blocked it.
Also in, Kevin Machado for the Bombers. Where's number 23? Playing on the near side. Here's the interior pass to Withrow. Looking for some help. Tried to get it to Olivas, but too many white jerseys in the way of that one. Back come the Bandits the other way. Greg Hernandez goes down. They say play on, and so no foul call.
Good takeaway by Jorge Gonzalez.
Machado sends it in, gets it back, shoots, oh, and just missed that. Or no, is they going to call it a goal? Yeah, I thought it clearly missed, but the official on the near side signaled the goal. I think they're going to correct it, though, from the far side official. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they go in.
It really is.
So fast.
That's the second time they've hit on the left side. Vitor had one earlier that didn't go in, and now it is Kevin Machado that doesn't have it going, I believe, on the shot.
But boy, that one was even closer, just barely missing. Headed out by Jorge Gonzalez of the Bombers. We saw a game a few weeks ago where Gonzalez had a lot of offense for Amarillo. Had 3 goals in one game, so he's definitely capable. As is Abel Olivas. Miguel Reyes, one of the top scorers on this Bombers team. Chavez sends it in. Couldn't get it to Reyes. Taken away by Isaiah De La Torre. But the Bombers able to get it right back. That one deflected off the Bandits as the shot taken there by the Bombers' Kevin Machado.
By the way, another M2 team got their first win this weekend on Friday night. The Turlock Cal Express beat Empire 7-6 in overtime, so they picked up their first victory of the year.
Bombers miss after the corner kick. Sailed high. Here's Gubaide, or GB as we're calling him. Stopped by, because I butchered it there, Gubaide. And Fredo Chavez able to handle that one without any problem. Whatever happened to Smith and Jones?
You know what I've always said, if we can't pronounce it, don't play them. And nobody listens to us. Ball came loose, no opportunity. Bombers didn't see it.
Able to hold it in, though. That one's high. And down the play by the Bombers, Kevin Alvidrez.
Well, so far the Bandits playing some pretty good defense. You know, they're playing a lot better than they were in the first part of the season.
They were scrappy the first meeting. Here's Withrow with a bit of a breakaway. Crosses it as they go down hard on the far side. Getting tangled up is Greg Hernandez. And Hernandez will get the blue card and go to the penalty box for 2 minutes.
Well, a big power play opportunity for the Bombers with 4:49 left in the first period.
Withrow did a nice job as he took it in and was able to cross it, but that's when the penalty occurred. So 2-minute power play opportunity for the Bombers. Valenzuela able to leave us, or rather Miguel Reyes in with Vitor. And don't forget, Sam Webb right there near the post. He scored 2 goals on the power play in the meeting 2 weeks ago in the game here in Amarillo.
Freshman in high school at Amarillo High.
And he looks like it. Vitor crosses it. Valenzuela thought about the shot. Tried to drop it back. Gonzalez was not expecting that. Here's Petriani. Shoots and scores just inside the near post. Vitor Petriani for the Bombers.
So Vitor ties it up with 4:19 to go with a big power play goal right there.
Left-footed kick and got it just inside the near post. Placed perfectly to get it past Freddie Pena. So the Bombers able to cash in on the power play to tie it all up. Bombers able to work it free and send it down the field to Withrow.
4th goal of the year for Vitor.
Nice takeaway by the Bandits. Got a chance here. The shot blocked by Valenzuela of the Bombers. Kansas takes it right back, though. Antonio De La Torre. And there's a nice kick and goal for the Bandits from Chris Velez. Looked a whole lot like Vitor's a moment ago. This one from the right side, and he slipped it inside the near post past Fredo Chavez. Nicely done by the Bandits. They go back out on top.
By the way, Chase Withrow played at UT Dallas and is from a place you're familiar with also, and transferred to West Texas A&M, or from West Texas A&M. He's from Forney. You got relatives over there.
I do have relatives. It's a community just outside of Mesquite. They've produced some great athletes out of that community. So with 3:30 to go in this opening period, it's been a good one, 2-1, the Bandits with the lead. Alvidrez for the Bombers. Back to Herrera. Kevin Alvidrez down the far side, but no Bombers in the vicinity. We've got Angel or Angel De La Cruz in there as well. And here's an opportunity for the Bombers, but Reyes couldn't connect cleanly on it. And Pena able to cover, and then quickly down the other way. But fired it just a little bit too high, and that's a handball call. So Bombers with the possession. Looking to tie it up here late in this first quarter. Herrera goes far side. Didn't take a very good bounce off the wall there. Gonzalez almost lost it. Reyes drops it on the far side for Gonzalez. Again, Bandits playing good defense so far, limiting Amarillo's opportunities. Herrera works it to the far side to Machado. And then we've got a foul on the far side. That'll be against Antonio De La Torre. I guess they gave him a blue card as well. So Antonio De La Torre will have to go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. Another power play for the Bombers. Scored a few minutes ago off the first power play. Nice deflection there by Greg Hernandez of the Bandits. That one directed toward the goal, but Hernandez couldn't get much on that one. Here's Sam Webb, and he's knocked down from behind, and that will be a foul and result in a free kick. Right from the yellow line, Jorge Gonzalez shoots, and the save by Pena. Vitor tries to loft it over, and boy, that nearly went down and in. That would have been quite the angle had he been able to get that rainbow to fall in. 1:24 left as the clock stops on the out of bounds. Webb with good footwork there to knock it away on defense.
Webb getting an opportunity to play in well, it is a power play situation now, but he'd been playing a little even strength.
Bombers chasing to try to get the possession back here as Bandits doing a nice job taking time off the clock, wasting away that 2 minutes. Finally, Valenzuela runs it down. We've got a little bit of difference between the penalty and the game clock. Game clock down to 50 seconds, and the penalty clock about 3 seconds behind that. Gonzalez has it partially blocked. Reyes battling for it for the Bombers. Gets it out to Gonzalez with 34 seconds left. Here's Valenzuela's shot. Pena with the save. Vitor is able to hold it in the zone.
Webb lurking down to the right of the goal.
Inside of 20 seconds now to go in the first quarter. Oh, Reyes with another chance there. Missed it just left of the goal. Bombers may not be able to get it back here before the end of the period. And they'll have about 2 or 3 seconds, make it 4 seconds of penalty as we start the second quarter. So not sure they can do much with that, but nonetheless, very competitive first period of play, and the visiting Kansas Bandits filled with an impressive 2-1 lead so far.
Big long goal by Isaiah De La Torres, the head coach, from 9:43 left to give them a 1-0 lead. And Vitor comes back with a power play goal with 4:19 to go to tie it up 1-1. And then, I'm trying to figure it out. Looked like about 41 seconds later, Chris Velez with a big goal to make it 2-1. So that's the end of our first period of action. Bandits lead it by a score of 2-1. We'll be right back as you look at the action. back to play.
Now they added that kind of play-in game. So that'll be interesting. Playoffs not too far away. Boy, a low-scoring game so far here in this battle on this Sunday evening. Only 3 goals in the first period.
And as always, both teams switch, so Bandits will be going right to left as you look at it, and vice versa for the Bombers.
Chavez into the offensive zone, got caught once, and the Bandits were able to loft one down the field over the top of Fredo Chavez as he retreated earlier. He's all the way down inside the 15-yard line now. John Cox is in for the Bombers. And that one hard off of Antonio De La Torre.
One of 4 De La Torre brothers. I didn't ask who was the oldest. Didn't have time to get all that information down. Too many brothers.
Yeah, a lot. And they all have been in action, I think, in this match so far. Chavez shoots it and just missed it. And we've seen he is definitely got the leg strength, and he can be an offensive factor as well. Another shot, that one turned away by Pena. Bandits give chase. Antonio De La Torre. Kevin Machado for the Bombers. And the Bombers able to finally wrestle it away. Chavez will handle it. Out to Jorge Gonzalez. But we mentioned that David Treviso not in attendance for the Bombers, not playing today. He's their leading goal scorer on the season. That one right at Pena by Rodriguez. Or Gonzalez, rather. Jorge Gonzalez. But the next 4 leading scorers are here for the Bombers. Miguel Reyes, Jorge Gonzalez, Alan Valenzuela, Kevin Alvidrez. So they have still plenty of firepower left. And then you add Vitor Petriani and Jaime Carrillo. They have had good offensive games, of course. And so Bombers so far, though, have found the going tough against this Bandits defense. Here's Miguel Reyes. Looked like he got drugged down, but no call.
Here comes AG.
Dubai Debu gets it back to Isaias De La Torre. Works it near side for Jacob Kindler. And then Cox goes down, foul whistled on the Bandits. De La Torre not too happy with that call against him. Isaias.
But then again,
who is ever happy about a call?
Yeah. Anybody in the NBA, they always get fouled on every play, they say.
Oh, yeah. Bombers hoping to have a little more success here in this second period on this end than what they did on the opposite end in the first quarter. But Pena has been good in goal. He's been spot on so far. Deflects that Valenzuela shot away. Bombers hold it in. Look for another opportunity. Petriani to Chavez. Back to Vitor. Thought about the shot with the left foot. It's just wide. GB over there in a wrestling match with Rich Herrera. The header by Reyes. Wow, that was a good cross from the far side, I think, by Carrillo to Reyes.
Freddie Pena is playing some kind of goal right now defensively for the Bandits.
Yeah, and he's getting some help in front of him, too. But he's turned away the shots when Amarillo's had some. Carrillo comes out of the pack with it for the Bombers, and there's his speed. But a good tackle on the far side by the Bandits on Held De La Cruz. Bombers reset on offense. But the Carrillo on the near side. That one deflected away. Trying to get that into Reyes. Here is GB back the other way, but Chavez, along with Valenzuela, able to keep him from any kind of good attempt. Carrillo sends it far side. A little too aggressive as Antonio De La Torre goes over the back of Vitor Petriani. Withrow back in. He's got it in the corner. Outside Valenzuela. And again, Phil, I'm impressed with the defense of the Bandits.
They have certainly gotten their mark by not allowing the spacing that the Bombers need to get something going.
Great defense so far. Petriani can't get the shot away. Finally able to try to slip it in, but no success there. Bombers hold it in the offensive zone, though. Valenzuela will shoot from outside. Pena again, another stop. Vitor with the rebound, gets it in the middle, but Withrow couldn't get the shot away, but Bombers doing a nice job to keep the pressure on and hold the possession.
Like you called it perfectly, what Pena is not stopping. The guys in front of him are certainly doing what they can to clear it out.
The Bandits finally do come away with it. Zahid Garibay in now, wearing number 12 for the Bandits, along with Greg Hernandez playing out front. Hernandez drops it back. Withrow, though. Oh, boy, that almost got through. But again, Pena with another great save. Here's Olivas. Pena again.
Oh, man, the save by Pena. He got up in the air, popped it up like volleyball, and came down with it.
He is earning his paycheck today. That one goes out of play and will belong to the Bombers. Sensational.
Bombers will be in action against the same Kansas Bandits next Saturday night, 7 o'clock up in Dodge City. So fans up there, be sure to make your plans to see the Bombers come play the Bandits.
Well, it's going to be a fun one if it's anything like ours so far that has 8:45 to go in the second quarter and not much scoring. Both teams playing some good defense. Bombers have had a lot of opportunity and possessions here in the second quarter, but have not been able to get it past the Bandits defense or that guy right there, Freddie Pena.
Chavez with a shot. There's a long throw downfield by Pena. Take it away.
Alvidrez with the takeaway for the Bombers. And he will shoot it, but Pena up to the task again.
Was some great action down low in the attack zone.
Back the other way come Antonio De La Torre, and able to leave us for the Bombers. Still can't find the handle, and that's going to go against De La Torre rather.
8:01 left here in the half. 2-1 Bandits on top.
Actually, they stopped play as well for a player down for the Bandits down here below us.
Well, the last home game of the year for the Bombers will be on Friday, March 10th. That's next month, 7 o'clock against the New Mexico Runners. And then they'll finish up the season on the road on Saturday, March 25th, 8 o'clock in the evening up in Colorado Springs against the, for the first time, winning Colorado Inferno today as they won 13-8 over the New Mexico Runners at home. And their first female coach in M2 history, Nikki Reidenauer, gets a big win. And, you know, I'm kind of proud for her. You know, the coach that was with the Inferno before, John Wells, has usually been the longtime owner and general manager and coach of the Inferno, but he made a good hire with this young woman.
Well, she obviously knows soccer, and that's basically all you got to do is know the game, and she's made her impact there. That's nice to see. Raul De La Torre was the Bandits player that was a little slow to get up, but he walked off without any problems, so hopefully he's okay. And we have a timeout here about midway through this second quarter. We're still at 2-1, Bandits leading the Bombers. No goals so far here in this second quarter. A lot of shots by the Bombers in particular, but just no goals as the Bandits defense and Freddie Pena have been outstanding. But you have to feel like, Phil, if they keep getting this many opportunities, eventually they're going to start to get some of those to go in.
Totally agree. Looking for a little bit of her of what she has done before. You always try to Google things and figure it out, but yeah, don't see much on. There's another Ridenauer, but it's I don't think it's any relation or anything that I know of. But anyway, wherever she's been before, she turned it around and got the Inferno their first victory of the year, and that's the most important thing for them, because it took a while.
Always good to get a win under your belt, especially when you've had that kind of drought. So you got to feel good for the Inferno to finally get that long-awaited victory. There is a shot and the goal by Jorge Gonzalez of the Bombers. And right off the bat, out of the timeout, he got the opening on the far side from distance and drilled it past Pena.
Tying it up with 7:47 to go.
Well, as we said, Gonzalez, one of these Bomber players who we've seen have a hat trick in a game a few weeks ago, about a month ago here at Amarillo. And a bullet there past the keeper for the Bandits.
And by the way, on Nikki Ridenauer, she used to be the head coach at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, where she founded the women's soccer program in 2008. NCAA Division II program. Probably played the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. Chad Webb probably knows who she is. But anyway, she also had a successful high school coaching career at Fountain Valley High School there in the Springs. And so she's done a good job. And, her husband is Kevin Ridenauer, who used to, and by the way, she's a graduate, 2004 graduate of the University of Minnesota Morris, where she was a 3-time Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference student athlete. So, and member of the 2003 team that went undefeated in the conference, and then she was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So she's the first one, and her husband played indoors for the Colorado Blizzard. So there we go.
All right. Well, congratulations to her and that team getting the victory in a historic fashion. Well, if you were hoping for a bunch of goals like the Bombers scored in their last home game, you might not want to hold your breath. We're even at 2. They did break the ice here in the second period finally.
Well, not a lot of scoring this weekend in M2 soccer. Rio Grande Valley, they beat Club Deportivo de Baja California 6-4 and 5-2. As we told you, Turlock got their first win, 7-6 in overtime over Empire, and then lost today 5-2. So a lot of non-scoring in the M2 soccer today and this weekend.
Near side pass to Andrew De La Torre. Goes off of Gubai Debu in the middle. Couldn't control it, but he comes outside now with it. And shoots, and off the top post. Is that going to count? That is a goal. So just like that, just a few seconds after the Bombers score, the Bandits come right back with one.
I guess we'll give credit to Akalade Gubai Debo, or as we call him, AG.
AG. And 3-2, the Bandits just will not give up that lead.
Comes 23 seconds after the score by the Bombers.
Chavez way in the offensive end, and he loses it. But Patriani has him covered back in goal until he can retreat. De La Torre hard off the glass, and Vitor handles that easily back to his goalkeeper, Fredo Chavez.
Yeah, we usually see Vitor up front in the offensive zone playing some good defense right there. Out a whistle.
Back down the other end of the field. Chavez will start it for the Bombers. Valenzuela, who had 3 goals the last time these two teams played, but yet to get in the scoring column so far today.
Long kick caught by Pena. Goal to goal.
Jaime Carrillo back in for the Bombers. Greg Hernandez with it for the Bandits. Goes to the far side. Good to see Raul De La Torre back in there after he was shaken up earlier.
The Bandits doing without two guys that scored 8 goals in their last victory last week.
Valenzuela with the takeaway. Has to hold up, though, as the Bandits' defense getting back quickly. Velez giving chase. Chavez will come out of goal now for the Bombers. Picked up by Velez. Vitor. Back to Chavez. Bombers looking for the opening. Near side, Valenzuela. Blocked away. Can't quite hold it in. De La Cruz comes out with it for the Bandits. And a good job by Valenzuela to get back and disrupt that opportunity for Velez. Pass left side to Vitor. GB disrupting that opportunity.
Ooh, a
little shove by Vitor. Didn't appreciate that, whatever happened.
Makalete Gubay Debo. I'm not sure where he's from, but I bet Vitor spoke Brazilian to him, a little Portuguese.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. And the Bombers trailing by a goal to the Kansas Bandits. Jorge Gonzalez slips it to Valenzuela, but he cannot get it past Pena, who anticipated that very nicely.
Knocked it away with his right hand. He has played some kind of goal today for the Bandits.
Gonzalez in the middle, Reyes. But before that, Pena able to come out and knock that one away. They send it into Reyes again. He drops it for Carrillo, but not a real good opportunity for the Bombers. Bandits right now just trying to get it out of the zone. Carrillo has the jersey grab from behind with the takeaway. And, Reyes missed one there he'd like to have back.
Well, that's about 4 of them that just been just wide of the mark.
And we're going to get a blue card on the Bandits. Jacob Kinzer, I keep wanting to put an L in there.
It was my fault for saying Ian Kinsler.
Yeah.
Blame me for that one.
That's all right. Jacob Kinzer goes to the penalty box with the grab of the jersey on Jaime Carrillo. So another power play here for the Bombers. Sam Webb in on that back post near the goal. The young high school freshman, but they don't need Sam that time as Vitor sent it in for Miguel Reyes, and just a little tap quickly by Miguel Reyes puts the Bombers back even.
Nice assist, third of the year for Vitor, and for Miguel Reyes, well, how about goal number 15 of the year? He's second on the team.
Yeah, he's been really more of an offensive threat this season than what I remember him being in past years.
3:43 to go in the half. We are tied at 3.
See if the Bombers can get over the hump now and get into the lead before the end of the first half. Bandits work on the offensive end. Andrew De La Torre comes near side for GB, but De La Torre can't control that, and it's out off of him. Doesn't agree with the call, but the Bombers will control it.
And by the way, if we wind up 3-3, that's the way it was back here on January 20th when they beat the Bandits 13-4 before that big 6-goal explosion in the third. Kind of like deja vu, isn't it?
So far it has been. Antonio or De La Torre back, but the Bombers defense back there to greet him. Isaias drops it back. to Andrew, to GB on the far side. Good tackle and kick away there by Kevin Alvidrez. GB with the shot. Turned away by Fredo Chavez, bumping as Angel de la Cruz closed in on that ball. Foul on the Bombers. Quickly played by the Bandits. Can't slip it through defenders, though. This is Antonio De La Torre.
Well, both players go down, but they'll rule it.
It'll be unable to leave us.
Yeah.
So Bandits with the chance here. Free kick from the far side.
Chase Withrow.
Antonio will take it. Comes near side to Andrew De La Torre. Tries it with the left foot off of Olivas. Chavez bats that one out of play.
2:19 to go here in the half. Last game of the President's Day weekend in M2 soccer, and it's been a dandy in the West and dandy in the Midwest.
Oh, that one almost got in there somehow, but Fredo deflected it away.
Nice clear out by the Bombers.
That one taken away by the Bombers. They cross it for Olivas. He just couldn't get there in time. Alvidrez with a great ball, though. And Olivas trying again, but that one's blocked away. And out of play off of the Bandits this time.
Well, Chase Withrow took it off the chest, and then the thing bounded out of bounds. 1:49 to go. 3-3 is our score.
Here's Alvidrez for the Bombers. Shooting, and it's knocked away by the Bandits off of Andrew De La Torre. Bombers hold it in. Look for another opportunity. Jorge Gonzalez.
Drops it to him over there.
Drops it back for Herrera. Here's Chavez for the Bombers. Will he try another shot? Yes, he will. Blocked by Pena, though. And the save. Bandits having some trouble getting it out. Here's a chance for the Bombers, and they take advantage. Jorge Gonzalez, goal.
Second goal today for Jorge Gonzalez, and that's a big one. And the Bombers with a big go-ahead goal with 1:17 to go.
A mistake by the Bandits cost them dearly. So it was 1:17 to go in this first half of play. Finally, the Bombers are out on top.
That's goal number 14 of the year. So you got Treviso 16, Reyes 15, and Gonzalez with 14.
Here's De La Cruz sending it far side. Kinzer sends it in. Chavez handles that. Inadvertent trip there by Vitor Patriani. 50 seconds left to play in the first half. No call there. Bombers defense collapses quickly on De La Cruz. Comes away with it. Nice job to keep it in by Isaiah De La Torre. Bandits will have it on the far side.
Well, one thing for Vitor, we're seeing a lot more better defense out of him. Not that he didn't play defense before, but he's not in that offensive attack zone. He's back there and really defending well.
Yeah, they've needed him defending today. This one will be from the top of the arc. Chavez turns away the shot. And a good attempt by Antonio De La Torre, but couldn't get it past Fredo Chavez. Last 20 seconds of the first half. Here's Isaiah dropping it back for Pena. He sends it in. 10 seconds left to play in the quarter and the half. Far side comes Andrew De La Torre. Not able to get a shot away, and that will end the first half. And what a defensive battle it's been. Bombers trailed the entire half until right there at the end. They finally managed to get the lead. Phil going to the locker room.
Bandits started off with 9:43 to go when Isaiah De La Torre hit a big goal from way outside as Fredo Chavez was hustling back to the goal. That gave the Bandits a 1-0 lead. Then Vitor Patoriani comes back with a power play goal thanks to an assist from Jorge Gonzalez. 4:19 to go and ties it up at 1-1. And then Chris Velez, 42 seconds later, makes it 2-1 in favor of the Bandits. Then they start the second period of action. They come out of a timeout, and Jorge Gonzalez with a big goal at the 7:47 mark. First of 2 for him in the half. Ties it up at 2-2. And then Akalade Gubaidebo makes it 3-2 Bandits with 7:24 to go. And then Miguel Reyes comes back with an assist from Vitor right in the middle and puts it in to tie it up 3-3 with 3:43 to go. And then Jorge Gonzalez with 1:17 to go in the half makes it 4-3, and that's where we stand right now. The last time it was 3-3 when they played earlier this year. And as Mike alluded to, 6 third period goals for the Bombers. They would like to have another explosion like that. So it is halftime here at the Amarillo Civic Center in Amarillo, Texas. Your score, the Amarillo Bombers 4 and the Kansas Bandits 3. Enjoy the halftime. We'll be back with the second half. exploded for 6 third-period goals. We'll see if they can do that again.
Well, just about ready to start this third quarter of play. Again, 4-3, Bombers with the lead. And we are underway. Bandits in the white uniforms, Bombers in the black if you're just joining us. And it has been a very competitive match so far. Again, the earlier meeting back on January 21st was 13-4 is what it ended up. But it was kind of the same way in the first half, close, hard fought. Then the Bombers made some adjustments at halftime and came out and really started to get the offense in gear. Let's see if that same thing happens here or if the Bandits can keep this one tight. That one is lofted down, but Chavez able to retreat quickly. They didn't turn our lights back on, Phil.
I noticed that.
Could be fun. We're going to have a hard time seeing our rosters, but
Chavez gets away. Oh, nice kick downfield.
Took Gonzalez a little bit by surprise of how deep it was. Went right over his head. De La Torre, one of the 4. Andrew was that one, able to clear it out. Phil told us at the beginning 4 De La Torre brothers.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask me about ages. I didn't have time to do that.
And which one is the
Isaiah is the head coach.
The coach, okay.
He might be the oldest one. Who knows?
Bombers get it in. Here is Jaime Carrillo, the high schooler. He goes down hard. Tackled by GB, as we call him. Goodbye, debut. And De La Torre able to almost get a chance there, but Chavez up quickly. That one's kept in, though, by the Bandits. Alvidrez sends it in, and there are the lights.
I guess they hurt us.
That makes it much better.
Felt sorry for the goal guys.
Able to leave us back in quickly. Sends it in the far corner. Carrillo's shot blocked by Pena. Carrillo gets it back.
Tried to get it over to Herrera. Now Herrera will have to play it back.
Olivas will come and take it. And again, the Bombers in that second quarter in particular really dominated possessions and had a lot of opportunities. And so far, we're kind of seeing that same thing here in this third quarter.
In fact, in the second period, they outshot the Bandits 15-4. It was just 2-2 in that first period of action on shots.
Bombers turned away again by Pena off the Rich Herrera kick. Back the other way, the Bandits couldn't get much on that one, though, as Zahid Garibay.
Smart play by Carrillo. He pounded it off the wall, the rebound, but nobody was there for the Bombers.
He is just so fast. You're not going to find many that can outrun him. He's a high school senior. And, own goal there for the Bombers. Unfortunately, that's going to go in off of Kevin Machado. He was in good position, but it just kind of hit him on the backside, and he couldn't control it and ended up kicking it in.
Zahid Garibay was the one that put the foot on it initially.
So tough break for the Bombers, but the Bandits will take it. We're all even at 4. Chavez sends it into the corner for Olivas. Nice job off the glass, but he not able to get it down in the goal as it goes high. He'd like to have that one back. Great job to control it off his chest to give him the opportunity. Also, if you're just joining us, what a job by Freddie Pena in the first half, the goalkeeper for the Kansas Bandits. He turned the Bombers away time and time again. And he had to deal with a barrage of shots. Well, that's a good tackle by Olivas. The shot, and that is a goal. That went in by Antonio De La Torre for the Bandits. comes with 11:06 to play in this third quarter. And Kansas back on top.
Took them just 40 seconds, I believe, to score. With 11:06 to go here in the third, and it's Bandits 5-4.
Alvidrez sends that one high and out of play. You know, the longer that Kansas can kind of hang in this thing, the more confidence they're gonna get, and more the Bombers might start to press. Has to be a little frustrating for Amarillo to have had so many opportunities, but have not been able to put a whole lot of offense on the board. Chavez will work quickly, sending it up for John Cox, but good job by Jacob Kinzer. Cox, though, gets it back, and he spots in front of the goal Alan Valenzuela, but Pena again with the save.
Well, Freddie Pena has certainly been the difference in this game tonight for the Bandits.
I'll tell you, I don't know if he's this good every game, but he is outstanding. And it's not hard to be a goalkeeper in this indoor game, and that's a hard foul. It's going to be a blue card against Alan Valenzuela of the Bombers. He will go to the penalty box and give the power play opportunity to the Bandits.
Well, big moment for the Bandits, big moment for the Bombers. They're going to have to play great defense against this Bandit squad, which is all of a sudden coming in at 2-4 on the season, gaining a lot of confidence in this game so far.
Isaiah sends it in to Andrew De La Torre. Hernandez on the far side. 5-on-4 here, power play for Kansas. That shot partially blocked. And the Bombers able to come up with the ball. Here's Alvidrez back the other way. Goes in the corner. That one sails in front of the goal. Trying to figure out the other. Miguel Sanchez, I believe, is in for the Bombers, along with Herrera. Tried to slip that one in was Andrew De La Torre. Here's Isaiah. Works left side. Shot taken. Chavez turns it away. The rebound, though, is good. Antonio De La Torre with, I believe, his second of the day.
Second in a row.
For the Kansas Bandits. That's right. Second in a row. 6-4 now. Bandits on top.
A big power play goal, and all of a sudden a 2-goal advantage for the Bandits.
So they take advantage of the power play. Bombers are in a fight here at home today. Here's Rich Herrera. Off the boards, and just like that, it works perfectly to Miguel Reyes. Reyes with his second on the day for Amarillo.
And 10 seconds later, it's a 1-goal advantage.
Well, if you can play those off the boards like that, it's a huge advantage. I don't know what they're throwing. They look like tortillas.
Oh, we're not at Texas Tech. No, it's T-shirts, as a matter of fact.
All right, so 6-5. Bandits lead cut to 1. That kick high and out of play by Antonio De La Torre.
Yeah, somebody's got to mark him. He's getting some good kicks towards the goal right now.
Yeah, strong kicks. Here's Herrera for the Bombers. Drops it back for Fredo Chavez. Sends it deep for Vitor. Couldn't control that one off the board. Pena quickly to De La Cruz. De La Cruz gets it ahead for Velez, who has a goal today. Back to De La Cruz. Defense by Herrera for the Bombers. Drops it for Vitor to Chavez. Good pass ahead for Withrow. Nobody on the far side, though, and the Bandits get the takeaway.
It's Darius Cadell, number 14, who's in the
Sorry.
WT product.
I think I called him Withrow, who's 24, but
kind of have the same haircut.
14. Thanks for the correction. Darius Cadell.
Amarillo High product.
Didn't see any playing time in the first half, but he's seen plenty in his career for the Bombers, and is a good defender.
7:35 to go in the third. 5-4 Bandit.
Here's Vitor with a chance. Pena with another kick save.
Correction, 6-5 on that score.
Corner now for, well, it's not quite a corner, but a free kick for Vitor. Sends it in for Carrillo. And that shot just missed by Valenzuela, but Jaime Carrillo says, I'll follow that up and in.
Well, the teenager, the senior at Paladero High School, ties it up 7:17 to go in the third. And for Jaime, that is his 5th goal of the year.
He is an outstanding high school soccer player and just a great talent in general. Playing with the big boys here today. Soccer ability pays off. Boy, the Bandits trying to answer quickly with the traffic in front of the goal, but Chavez able to stop it with some help from his teammates. Quickly to Carrillo again. Deflected away nicely by the Bandits. Ahead for Olivas. Couldn't get the kick away.
Even though it stayed in, it must have hit on the railing, so it was ruled out of bounds. So it'll be a ball over, and we've got a timeout on the field. 6:43 to go here in the third quarter. Mike Roden, Phil Woodall saying thank you for watching us today on the YouTube TV and also Facebook Live via the Amarillo Bombers, and also those of you on the internet at m2soccer.com. The final soccer game of the President's Day weekend, and it's a dandy so far as the Kansas Bandits came in without 2 guys who scored 8 goals in their last victory over the New Mexico Runners. And Coach De La Torre told me, I think he said he even had a freshman on the team, a high school player. So they're kind of without 2 guys that have really done a good job for them today. But Freddie Pena's been the guy who's been the difference in this game as far as I'm concerned.
Bandits are definitely playing well here this afternoon, and we haven't decided a thing so far as we're dead even at 6 goals apiece. And about halfway, a little over halfway through this third quarter, so we may be in for a great finish.
Reyes' goal was assisted by Rich Herrera, and Valenzuela was the assister for the teenager, by the way, the 18-year-old senior from PD, and here we go back to play.
Gonzalez, no, it'll be Valenzuela taking it, dropping it for Gonzalez. Blocked away nicely by the Bandits, Zahid Garibay. Nice job to control it by Machado and the Bombers. Valenzuela goes in the corner for Miguel Reyes. Gets past 2 defenders, and there is Machado open in front of the goal, making up for his own goal earlier against the Bombers, and Kevin Machado with the score.
And they retake the lead with 6:16 to go, just 59 seconds later. And for Machado, that is his 2nd goal of the year.
And credit Miguel Reyes. He had 2 guys on him in the corner and got past them both.
So after getting down 6-4, 3 in a row for the Bombers. And here they go again.
Olivas to Gonzalez. Kicked away by Pena. Bandits having trouble clearing it, and Olivas comes out with it for Amarillo. Drops it back for Alvidrez to Olivas. Couldn't slip that one in there. And Alvidrez will have to run it down. Goes to Chavez.
And a lot of you that watch M2 soccer, this is one of the most offensive goalkeepers in the league. And we don't mean that personality-wise.
They like to use him in this position. Sends it to Alvidrez. Carrillo. Herrera over there as well. And Herrera able to control it, send it back out to Olivas. Abel will shoot, but that's blocked it. Boy, that may go in the goal, but Chavez is going to get there in time. Barely.
Like I said, I think Fredo lost some weight from last year. Speedy man.
Here's Herrera. Near side for Gonzalez. Oh, very nearly. And they do take it away, but Herrera with the block. Nicely done on the kick by Antonio De La Torre.
Bombers ball, 4:27 to go in the third, 7-6 Bombers leading as they've scored 3 in a row.
Just wide by Alvidrez, tried to follow it up, but it goes high.
It's about 5 or 6 of those that just barely missed either to the left or right of the goal, hitting that wall.
Alvidrez has been close a few times today. You kind of get the feeling he might get one of those here before long.
Came in with 11 goals and 5 assists on the season.
Bandits can't control it. Bombers take it away. Here's Vitor. Coming near side to Carrillo. That one blocked away. They'll go far side to Antonio De La Torre. Cox all over him. Carrillo comes to help. And De La Torre just grabs him by the jersey. So it'll be Bombers ball on the free kick. You know, that's the thing about Tony Carrillo. He's not big at all, but he just has great positioning on the soccer pitch. And you saw it there. Valenzuela able to get it to Vitor. And Vitor plowed over from behind by De La Cruz.
Rodrigo.
Bombers work quickly to Reyes. Pena, though, takes care of that. Bombers wanted a call, but don't get it. Bandits with a rare offensive possession here. Oh, nice move. Blocked away the shot taken by Greg Hernandez. Held in by the Bandits. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bombers back on top. Little drop by GB in front of the goal. Doesn't quite work.
Coming off, legging off the field will be Abel Olivas for the Bombers.
Darius Cadell back on, and that is going to be a goal as Rodrigo De La Cruz was right there in good position as Bombers had 2 defenders back there and the goalkeeper, Fredo Chavez, and they couldn't keep it out.
2:39 to go in the third, and we are tied once again at 7. And I tell you, the Bandits,
they just keep hanging around, don't they?
They do. You know, that's one thing about it. You make them think they're still in the ball game, and they believe it themselves.
They showed no signs of going away anytime soon. Pena with the quick roll to the far side of the field. Good takeaway on the pass by Valenzuela of the Bombers. Chavez sends it deep. Reyes in control of it. Vitor calling for it on the near side, but they couldn't get it to him. Here's Machado sending it back to Valenzuela.
Antonio De La Torre is stop that offensive move by the Bombers.
Vitor slips it into Reyes. Tried to drop it back for Vitor. Cleared away by the Bandits. Fredo coming way inside the offensive zone now. Sends it to Valenzuela. His shot. Pena with the save. Levi Debu thought he could get that past Chavez before he got back there. Couldn't quite do it. Herrera for the Bombers now. Shoots with the left foot and scores! Rich Herrera from distance for Herrera. Top bends, and the Bombers go back in front.
So Rich Herrera puts them ahead with exactly 1 minute to go here in the third. 8-7, and for Herrera, first goal of the day, and looking for him here.
That was a great strike with the left foot.
That may be his first goal of the year.
Final minute of this third quarter as Jaime Carrillo will drop it back for Machado.
And it is. What a time.
So Herrera gets his first of the season. And a big one to put the Bombers on top. Pena having a little trouble getting that one out. Finally, De La Cruz comes back to help him. Under 30 seconds to play now in the period. That one sent in deep. Andrew De La Torre. Sends it out. And that one just misses wide by Isaias. And that will do it for the third quarter of play. And well, we're still neck and neck in this battle here in Amarillo this afternoon. It's the Bombers 8, the Bandits 7 after 3 quarters of play.
And the Bandits came up with 3 goals, including a power play goal to take a 6-4 lead. And before the Bombers came back with 3 goals in a row, then it was tied up by Rodrigo De La Cruz with 2:39 to go. And then with 1 minute to play, Rich Herrera on his first goal of the year makes it 8-7. We'll be back with our fourth period of action. Should be exciting. Bombers leading it 8-7 after 3.
He shoots, but right at Freddie Pena, who is able to cover that. De La Cruz, though, with not a good pass, and Bombers with the takeaway. And a great fake, and the goal by Jorge Gonzalez. What a head and shoulders fake. You hear that a lot in basketball, but by golly, he did it in soccer right there and got Pena to commit, and then was able to go right around him for the goal. Beautifully done.
20 seconds in and a hat trick for Gonzalez.
So he's definitely picked up the scoring slack here today in the absence of David Treviso, the team's leading scorer.
That's the first 2-goal advantage of the day for the the Bombers, rather.
See if they can hold on to it. Wow. That one rifled by Antonio De La Torre. Just missed.
Been very impressed with his leg today.
Back the other way. Withrow tried to slip it inside the near post, but Pena not buying that at all. Here's De La Cruz. Back the other way for the Bandits. Sends it in the corner. Gets it back. Gets it back a second time. Can't make it between Machado and Petriani, rather. Well, Gonzalez was hoping for a fourth there.
Yeah, I think maybe he was a little excited.
Set that one a little high. But I'll tell you what, again, Bombers got to feel a little better about things with a 2-goal lead, but you don't want to let up with this Bandits bunch.
I think they'd feel better with a 3-goal lead. But the Bandits, to their credit, have just stayed with them.
Big crash into the boards down on the far end. Shot taken. Chavez able to deflect that away at the last minute.
Well, I'm sure the Bandits' nickname is because of Dodge City, Kansas. But right now, they're trying to be Bandits and steal one here at the Amarillo Civic Center.
Valenzuela blocks that one away for the Bombers.
Or it could be they got a casino up there in Dodge City. Maybe that's the reason they're called the Bandits. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
People at the casino.
That one's lofted in, but Chavez goes high to bring it down. Fredo coming out, sending it in the corner. Reyes takes a swipe at it. Carrillo with the takeaway. Nice sliding block by De La Cruz. Bombers hold it in though. Here's Jaime Carrillo. Tried to go across to Reyes. Still battling for it. Reyes gets it back. And then he goes down. Good backside help there by the Bandits on defense.
Well, that time, Grubadebo almost got it, and then Chavez slings it downfield.
Alvidrez and Grubadebo battling back there, and that was a pretty good battle. It came up a draw, I think, as they both went down, and Chavez was able to corral it.
12:03 left here in the fourth period. Bombers leading it 9-7.
Valenzuela knocks that one away. Withrow gives chase along with Angel De La Cruz of the Bandits. Pena's kick down the field. Alvidrez tries to get it out and finally does, but it's held in by the Bandits. Andrew De La Torre. And a great header that gives Valenzuela a chance. And Pena with the save. Withrow. Again, Valenzuela doesn't give up on it.
Well, a great save, the rebound, and Valenzuela will join the scoring parade.
Wow, he just would not give up on the play. That is nicely done. Great effort by Alan Valenzuela of the Amarillo Bombers.
A 3-goal lead now, and for Valenzuela, his 11th goal of the year.
He had a hat trick the last time these two teams met back on January 21st, and that's his first of the day. And boy, it was a beauty. So the Bombers up by 3 now. A little bit of breathing room, but still plenty of time left in this one, with just over 11 minutes to play. Here's Miguel Reyes, drug down from the back side.
No card.
Yeah, Reyes is asking for the card, but why wouldn't he get a card? But the referee does not agree. Fans give the official what for. Here's Herrera putting in a play to Chavez. Herrera sends it in for Reyes. Drops it on the far side for Cadell, but that one is easily cleared away.
Good by Debo with a nice kick out.
Bandits come out to challenge Fredo. Vitor comes to the rescue. That one high into the air.
I think the Bandits have figured out they better get on Fredo Chavez to get him out of the offense. Maybe they can steal a goal.
Debo holds that in for the Bandits. They'll work near side to Kinzer. Goes to Gubadebo. And the shot taken by De La Torre. Antonio, and Chavez with the save. Here's Miguel Reyes, and Pena able to save that one. Had great goalkeeping today on both ends.
Under 10 to go in the fourth, 10-7 Bombers.
That one rolled in front by Esaias De La Torre. Andrew goes far side. De La Cruz sails it high, now to play.
I didn't ask if Rodrigo and Angel were related, but they might be.
Well, if you've got four brothers called De La Torre, I'd say they probably are brothers, but who knows? I don't think I've ever seen a team that has four brothers on it all playing.
That means they're pretty good players then if they're all in this M2 league.
Yeah, and all contributing to this Kansas Bandits team. It's definitely a family affair. Cadell's going to get, or Withrow rather, going to get called for that foul.
You talked about him taking goalie's position today. He's still a big man, isn't he?
He is.
I think I agree with you. Conrad's more muscularly built, but Chase is a big one.
He's stocky.
Mm-hmm.
Sent in by Machado, and the miss on the far side, on the near post, I should say, by Jorge Gonzalez.
Trying for the 4-pack.
Tell you what, I think his others were harder than that one was. He gets it back, though, and shoots, and boy, Pena has to come up with another great save.
Parallel to the ground.
Got it with the left hand to deflect it away. Must be something about being called Freddie or Fredo.
Mm-hmm.
Both goalkeepers have been outstanding today. Bombers come out with it. Send it to the far side. The shot, Pena the save off the Gonzalez kick. Well, he's got to be getting tired. He's turned a bunch away today. Hill drops it back. Andrew De La Torre. Valenzuela blocks both of those for the Bombers. Antonio runs it down on the far side. Keeps it in for the Bandits. Under 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Bandits in a bit of a scoring drought here as they trail by 3. It's been about the longest they've gone all day without a goal. Here's Antonio. That one cleared away nicely by the Bombers. Olivas ahead for Reyes. Back to Olivas. Blocked away and very nearly Abel Olivas on the rebound, but I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's another great save by Freddie Pena.
I tell you, he just was able to get that hand up and send it up top, and like we've got a timeout on the field, 7:21 to go here in the fourth period. By the way, I don't have the shots updated through the m2soccer.com website. At the end of 3, it was 24-14 in favor of the Bombers, but I don't think they keep it up to date as we're going on in the fourth period. But it's been a great day. Jorge Gonzalez with 3 goals today for the Bombers. And Antonio De La Torre with a couple of goals, and of course his brother, the head coach, Isaiah De La Torre, started things out way back in the first period with a long goal over Chavez at 9:43 to go in the first. But like I said, it's got to give the Bandits credit. Great goalkeeping by Pena, and also without two guys that were helping them score 8 goals together in their win against New Mexico last week, they ain't here. So a lot of credit to them.
It's been a great game. Really has.
Bombers, of course, will be in action next Saturday at Dodge City at the same Kansas Bandits, and I bet that's going to be a dandy game. So you folks up there in Dodge City, get your tickets for the Bombers and Bandits, 7 o'clock next Saturday on March 25th.
Yeah, it'll be worth your money to come out and watch the rematch.
Make that February 25th.
Bandits on the attack. Foul called on Alvidrez of the Bombers. And
Gubai Debo, I think, might have taken a fall.
They've had some big battles here the last few minutes and collisions. That was one of them.
It looked more like a flop, though.
And he was asking for a blue card on it. Didn't get that. That one sent across.
Under 7 minutes to go. Bombers lead it 10-7.
Outside with it is Antonio. And he shoots wide. Held in, though, by Kinzer. Bandits keeping the pressure on here, but they just haven't been able to find the goal in the last little while. You know, we talked about how good Kansas defense was, especially in that first half. Bombers defense has been pretty darn good tonight as well.
Good shot that time by Gubadebo. Here comes Chavez. He'll just put it into play down the right side to Vitor.
Got Gonzalez and Olivas in there, or Reyes rather. But the Bandits try to counter. Can't slip it through.
Nice poke check that time by Rich Herrera.
And here is Alvidrez, but Pena comes out to knock it away. Chip shot goes off the glass. Alvidrez out in front. Gonzalez past Pena finally for the goal.
Well, Alvidrez tried the bicycle kick that time at Jorge Gonzalez. Gets the rebound, and that is goal number 4 of the day.
What a game for Jorge Gonzalez of the Bombers. Yeah, the offense took a while to get going here today, but he has definitely turned it up a notch in this second half.
And by the way, that will tie him for the team lead with David Treviso with 16 goals.
Has definitely taken up the slack with Treviso missing today. Dangerously, that rolls off the top of the goal. Oh, that's nicely played, but missing it wide. On the attack was Zahid Garibay. And it's hold it in, though. Garibay has that one blocked away.
Well, the defense of the Bombers has really come to play here in that fourth period. They have held the Bandits scoreless.
That has been a big key here in this final quarter, which has 5 minutes left to play.
Next home game for the Bombers will be on Friday, March 10th, 7 o'clock against the New Mexico Runners. And then they'll finish up the season on Saturday, March 25th, 8 o'clock at the Colorado Inferno.
De La Cruz with a big shot, but Chavez with the save. And quickly ahead for Reyes. Cross to Carrillo. Shoots, just misses. Jaime looking for his second goal of the day.
Well, he had one Friday and the only goal in the win over Caprock. And by the way, here comes Sam Webb.
Young freshman at Amarillo High, Sam Webb, Coach Chad Webb's son, on the field now. For the Bombers, where's number 4?
when you say he looks like a boy among men, we ain't lying.
Way high on that attempt by Angel de la Cruz.
But then again, you and I have seen Sam since he was a little kid.
A little bitty guy, yeah. Might get some future battles between my son at Tascosa and Sam at Amarillo High on the soccer pitch. That'll be fun.
I might put some money on that one. I think your son's pretty dang good. I might have to check wagers on that.
It's a team game, don't forget.
Yes, I keep forgetting.
Bombers trying to take a little clock off. They do. Now they send it in for Carrillo, and he could have used a few more inches in height there. As it sails over his head. Olivas has played great today for the Bombers, and he takes that one away.
3:25 to play here in the fourth. Bombers leading at 11-7 with a shutout fourth period so far.
And we've got the two high schoolers playing up, Carrillo and Webb. Valenzuela also in there. Couldn't get it cleanly.
You can tell these two teenagers have a lot of soccer sense, that's for sure.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of difference. Carrillo sends it ahead for Sam. Couldn't control it though. Velez, far side pass. Antonio winds up, goes high, and out of play.
I tell you what, that guy has a rocket right foot. He has hit some, even when he's missed today, they are just hard sounding.
That one was definitely well struck, but just went high. 2.5 minutes left. Here's Vitor Petriani for the Bombers.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Petriani drops it back for Valenzuela. And that will go off of Pena into the goal. Alan Valenzuela with a smart play.
And his second goal of the period.
You know, you don't always have to hit it straight in. He banked that one off the boards, and Pena couldn't handle it. And so Valenzuela on the board scoring column again. And the lead is ballooned to 5 now.
Well, since it was tied up 7-7 by Rodrigo de la Cruz, it's 5 in a row.
Here comes De La Torre, dropping it back for one of his brothers, Isaias. De La Cruz now slips it in. Takedown from behind by the Bombers, and that'll be a blue card on Jorge Gonzalez. So power play opportunity here for the Kansas Bandits.
Now Jorge with his first penalty of the day, but he has 4 goals, so I guess he can be forgiven just a little bit.
I think so. Here's Isaiah shooting, and Chavez able to save that. Alvidrez gets around the defender and comes down the sideline. And then is mugged.
18 on 18, Andrew De La Torre. I think Alvidrez wanted a card, but he doesn't get it.
Here's Alvidrez with the free kick, and that one goes just high. Pena may have gotten a hand on that one as well.
1:35 to go. Bombers will go to 7-2 on the season, 21 points, most in M2 soccer. Congratulations to the Bombers, missing the playoffs last year, and they've come back with a vengeance in this year.
Boy, they have had to earn this win here at home today. It was not an easy one.
Sanchez in.
I was about to say the same thing. Sanchez wears number 16. It's called for the foul there. Bandits work quickly. Chavez with the save with the left arm. That shot missed by Andrew De La Torre.
1 minute left in the game.
Bombers foul. Well, that one was nicely done. The cross right to goodbye debut.
His second goal. Now, Fredo was totally out of position that time after the initial shot, so it's 12-8 with 50 seconds to go.
Bombers will concede that one. Sam Webb will come back on the field. Alvidrez runs it down in the corner. Drops it back for Herrera. Valenzuela with 35 seconds left. De La Cruz with the takeaway. The deflection that time by Valenzuela helping out his goalkeeper.
26 seconds to play.
Corner kick here for the Bandits. That one wide of the mark. Final 15 seconds. Here's Vitor back the other way. Sam Webb is open. Gets it in the open field, and the shot blocked by Pena. That one very nearly a goal for the young freshman. And that'll do it. Final score here this afternoon in a tough one. The Amarillo Bombers victorious over the Kansas Bandits by a final of 12-8. And a great match.
Bandits fall to 2-5 on the season. The Bombers at 7-2. First place with a one-game lead over the Wichita Wings, and they hold the tiebreaker there because they have 2 victories over the Wings if they wind up with the same record. But 21 points for the Bombers. They now lead M2 soccer in points ahead of the Iowa Demon Hawks, which lead the North Division at 6-1-1 with 18 points. And the Chihuahua Savage 2, who lead the West at 6-1, also with 18 points. Jorge Gonzalez with 4 goals today, and the Bombers take care of business. It was 2-1 Bandits at the end of the first, 4-3 Bombers at the half after a late goal by Jorge Gonzalez with 1:17 to go. And then the Bandits come out and score 2 goals to take a 5-4 lead, and then make it a 2-goal lead with a power play goal by Antonio De La Torre. It was 6-4 with 9:14 to go, but then the Bombers rip off 3 in a row. It's tied again at 7-7, and then after that, the Bombers outscoring the Bandits by a score of 5-1 in the final stanza of action. Well, the Bombers have done it, and it wasn't easy, but give credit to the Bandits. They came in here with a couple of goal scorers who weren't with them, but they held their way, and a lot of credit to Freddie Pena. Let me see if they have the shots updated.
Yeah, Pena did have an outstanding game and goal for Kansas. And again, the Bombers got a lot of opportunities, and we made the comment, trying to remember when we said this exactly, but they were, I think it was the second quarter, when we said, you know, if they continue to get that many chances, you got to figure eventually something's going to start to go in, and it finally did.
Bombers outshot the Bandits 11-7 in the fourth period of action, and they outshoot them 39-23. So a lot of credit to Pena today, or it could have been a lot higher score. And for the Bandits, except for last week, when they were even in shots with the Wichita Wings in their loss on the road, again, every game they played this year, they have outshot their opponent. So the offense is working, and they didn't have their leading scorer in uniform today, David Treviso, but Jorge Gonzalez caught up the slack, and congratulations. The Bombers are best in M2 soccer right now, but they're going to face this same team again next Saturday night, 7 o'clock up in Dodge City, and I got a feeling That's kind of a trap game for the Bombers.
Yeah.
Even even though it's 2-5 Bandits, they're going to be pretty good at home.
Well, and I guarantee you the Bandits got some confidence from this one this afternoon to say, you know what, we can play with this team. Maybe when we get them at home, we can actually beat them. So Bombers will have to play really well on the road to be able to get past this Kansas Bandits team. But this was a great one here today. I thoroughly enjoyed this one.
Well, we hope everybody enjoyed it on N2Soccer.com and also YouTube TV and Facebook Live on the Amarillo Bombers section of the internet, or whatever you want to call it. And on behalf of Mike Roden, this is Phil Woodall saying good night from Amarillo, Texas. Your final score, the Amarillo Bombers 12-8 over the Kansas Bandits, and the Bombers 7-2 on the season, 21 points. Thank you for joining us. Good night from Amarillo, Texas.